Me and my husband have been married since high school, and only 2% of couples last being married from high school. And the secret is not what you think it is. It's not luck. It's not a coincidence. We never bring up the D word, divorce. Never bringing up the word divorce. That never even crosses our mind. Like, we've been married for 13 years. Around the 10-year mark, that's when I noticed things started to take a shift in our marriage. And I've talked to so much other women that experienced the same thing. Something about the 10-year mark is when I really started to understand marriage takes work. I never understood when people said that until I reached the 10-year mark, until we reached the 10-year mark. And I was like, oh, because I feel like with time, you grow, you mature, you go through life, you change as a person. Maybe you go through some struggles, you know, which we have. My husband went through struggles. I went through struggles. Together we went through struggles. But the word divorce was never an option. Every situation is different. Maybe for you, divorce was the only way out. Maybe your husband cheated. Maybe your husband was abusive. Every situation is different. So please don't take what I'm saying and that it's the only way. This is just what works for me in my marriage. Okay. So we've been through hard times, but we never brought up the word divorce. In my opinion, unless, like I said, there's either cheating or maybe your husband's abusive, divorce is the easy way out. In my personal opinion, staying together, choosing to work through things, like I said, if it's not a huge issue, that's the hard part. Choosing to stay together and work things out, that's the hard part. And I feel like after the 10-year mark, that's when things get hard in a marriage and you really have to put in the work. So not living for yourself and your needs and your desires, but living for your spouse, for your partner, for your family. I think that is the big thing that people miss. I'm not saying you don't need time for yourself. Please don't get it twisted. I feel like living in 2026, everything is about comfort, that when things get a little rocky in your marriage, that people just want to get out. They just want out. They just want divorce. And I think it's so normalized. That's the first thing that people think when you have a hard time. But like I said, I think leaving when times get tough is the easy way out. You made a promise to your partner. You made a promise to each other that you're going to stick together no matter what. So you're just going to give up on your partner? You know, like I said, unless there's serious issues going on. But just because you grew apart, I don't believe in growing apart. You're supposed to grow as you get older. Anyways, I'm rambling, I'm yapping, but that's all I got for you today. Let me know if you want a part 2 or leave below what topics you want me to discuss. And I'll talk about them on my walk. So that's it. Thank you for watching.